crypto. It's kind of cold around here. Hold on, huh? I'm gonna be goofy. Hold on, check this out. So, hey man, what's the crypto creation? What's going on with crypto? Let me show you guys real quick. I mean, for traders out there, I just did a live. It was funny. It was weird. I put no kids can watch my stuff, and my kids were showing up. So I was like, "I'm a little kid." I'm like, "What are you doing? This is for your parents." So we got the green screen here, right? Here we got today's market madness. You know, it's been just dropping, dumping, humping, rumping, and today is a liquidity grab. And what's going on with the price of Bitcoin? I bet people are wondering, like, what's going on with Bitcoin? It's under 90,000. Bitcoin could actually drop down to, I believe, 79 or 6,000 and still be on the upward trajectory on the long-term charting on Bitcoin, folks. It's not even down on its resistance level yet. So don't fear that Bitcoin is taking a shit. It's not. It's just going down to its fucking support level. Its resistance zone is way up by like 100 and, well, it's hard to say now because they've changed charting, but Big Money doesn't want us to really know what the fuck time it is. But I've literally seen the charts change, and I did a special on that one too. Go look at it. It's great. I was like, what's going on here? But anyway, what's really going on today is we have institutional bots making liquidity grabs on retail. We have the dumping of Bitcoin because I believe Bitcoin's about to surge out. It's gonna go hit us like it did in 2020, you know, that bull cycle when it dropped down like below its and if it drops below its support level, it could get back to like 60,000, and that could take like people would just think the whole market's going to poopy doopy, but it's really not. It's like Bitcoin's gone. It's gone so up in value that it can come down, and there's a resistance. There is a support level down in that area that's way down there, guys. It's probably like I said, I think it would be 70,000 right now, maybe 75,000. You know, would be a support if it goes down, and it would support and bounce off of that and then shoot up. And if it shoots up in the next year, from like 1 year, if this does happen, if it comes down and hits that support level and then ricochets off of it hard and shoots up like it did in 2020, between March of 2020 and May of 2021, folks, you could see Bitcoin hitting 500,000 easy pizzle, easy McDeasy, like butterflied to the sky. I'm telling you, and that would be going up to its resistance zone, and there's a resistance zone up there, and that's way up there. But they changed some things. You know, they changed. I don't know what they're doing, but they're not trying to give people a really good idea of where things are headed. But I mean, they just recently changed some charting on Bitcoin. So that being said, let that sink in. Now, as far as XRP and Ethereum, Ethereum just like went down and slammed its support level when it was down at like the 1,400, 1,500, kind of even went below. So they were dumping the price then, accumulating, and then Ethereum jumped up to 4,000, you know, or whatever. So don't be surprised to see ETH jumping way up there too, because there's a lot of DeFi things, a lot of the whole Ethereum ecosystem, and Ethereum's around 2,100 markets right now, like 2,100 markets, folks. ETH, more markets than Bitcoin. It's like around, I think, 240 exchanges or something. Most exchanges at any other fucking cryptocurrency out there. The global VWAP, the global volume weighted average price formula that's used to, you know, kind of figure out the price of a cryptocurrency. Well, ETH is kind of like slaying the rest of them in that regard. It's fucking with the most mark. Now, that being said, XRP is going to be jumping up there too here soon, because I know Ripple's got over 1,700 NDAs. They're fucking hiding shit on their little dark ledger private pools, big time. And it's possible that there's a lot of institutional flows of money that is even transacting in these dark pools currently. With just have a you as well, Sperns Font. Have a good one. We got XX Jonas in here. How's it going? Thanks for joining, guys. So I'm just going over some market analysis currently, why the market's doing what it's doing, why people are seeing this little dump, and what's going on, in my opinion, because this is not financial advice. Never buy or sell or trade anything based on what I'm doing. But I've developed a trading blueprint for people I'm sharing. I just kind of talked about it in my last video. And, as long as I'm figuring this out 100% and with no losses, I want people to win as much as I am. So let's go, let's grow. That's part of the community I want to have. I'm not a gatekeeper on information. So that being said, folks, here's what's going on. We've got the price dumping down in this current crypto market and the trading market. That's kind of like leverage is what's going to dictate the price of a cryptocurrency currently in this over leveraged market. We have institutional trading bots that are making liquidity grabs on retail traders' money, and I've done videos on that too. You can go check it all out. This ain't no conspiracy theory. That's how the market works. Currently, this is an unregulated market, so you really want to make some money, you have to have no risk or reward. Think about that. And what is risk? Well, if you're day trading and you have a liquidation level on your trade, that's a risk, in my opinion. So that being said, no liquidation, no risk. Let the bots do their thing. Don't get sucked into the, like me. This right here, see this 217 level. I jumped in on trades there. Oh yeah, and then it dumped down to this $2 level. I'm grabbing more longs because I can. Because these are great entry. If it drops down below $2, I'm taking some more longs. And I'm gonna ride that wave back up. These bots are just making entry level for people, so let that sink in, folks. Anyway, I don't want to get too convoluted in what's going on, so let's get back onto the charting real quick here in the market. Why is this going on? I just recently saw JD Vance do a crypto like Bitcoin. We're gonna get more Bitcoin. We need Bitcoin, yeah, for the U.S. strategic, crypto reserve. We need that Bitcoin. And I could see Trump going, Bitcoin at 100,000? Yeah. Now you guys got to bring that down. And Big Money was like, well, what do you want it to? What do you need it to? And Trump, don't be surprised if Trump brings that shit down to fucking 75,000, folks. Back to that support level I'm talking about. And that's very possible. And it's not Trump doing it. It's Big Money doing it because Trump says he's not going to be spending American tax dollars to buy the strategic, Bitcoin Treasury Reserve fucking that JD Vance is talking about for 100,000 of Bitcoin. Nah. He's saying, bring it down. I see the long-term charting, bring it down. And people are just probably wigging out like, oh, the crypto market's over. Bitcoin's going down. It's under 90,000. And they don't even understand. That's not what's going on, folks. Pull your head out of it. Stop living in the clouds. Stop thinking everything's just some kind of fairy dust land with this crypto shit. No, this market is, Big Money is doing what they're doing. And again, I've done the long-term charting. I'm not a fool. And if you want to, just get some real insight on this market, follow me. Not financial advice, but I will see this price dropping down to possibly 80,000. I could see them going, we'll get it down to 80. So I see it really jumping down to about 80, 83,000 possibly. And then I could see a bunch being bought up, right? And the U.S. strategic Bitcoin reserve just stacks. And then now and what's going to go on? Bitcoin's going to just take a tear. It's going to run up hard. And it's going to bring the whole market with it. That's what it does. And Big Money's going to go like, yeah, people aren't really kind of grasping what's going on, but hey, it's all right, guys. Stay safe in this market. Remember, if you're trading, no risk, all reward blueprint. If you have a liquidation level, if you're trading on an asset that is possibly like a meme coin where it'll go up and just crumple down to nothing, rug pull central, that's, then expect that. I don't know. If that's your wave, that's your wave. But I don't trade like that. I like to trade with things that, one, Big Money's invested heavily into, like XRP and these ISO 222 compliant tokens. So I definitely day trade in those things. Why? Because they're not going to zero, but they are manipulated. Know that. Why do you think XRP allows like the most leverage that you can put on any other coin is XRP? And all that leverage that people can put on these trades, like I can put 500x leverage on BTCC on an XRP trade. 500x leverage. Where's all that extra peak? Because you got these. Again, I'll break it down for you folks. We have 20 of the top wallet holders hold 50% of the current circulating supply. And so if 10 of those wallet holders, which they're doing, are offering that XRP to exchanges as a form of leverage to offer to traders to put on their trades to increase the amount of profits they're able to see. And then you have institutional trading bots using that same leverage against retail traders and these algorithms that they're putting on to snipe liquidation levels and to snipe on. It's a pretty shindig market, folks. So how do you stay safe? No liquidation, no risk, all reward. Don't trade in a coin that's going to zero, and just wait for entry levels to come. Like, look at 217, good entry level. Oh gosh, $2, even better. And if they drop it further, I'm jumping in again. I'm taking another long trade, and I'm gonna take, just no risk, all reward. Have patience. This isn't over the night. You're not gonna get rich in one day. It'll take, a year to get really rich, but be patient, be smart, look for great entry levels like I'm doing, like this $2 level. That's great. Oh, the bots think they're really sniping some people, and they're probably sniping a lot of retail on the way. People are getting wrecked. They're like, what's going on? Oh, the price is dropping, the market's tanking. Oh no, the bots are hunting. The bots are out there. They are hunting hard right now. And a lot of people, myself, I'm very bullish on XRP. So I'm going to trade it. Well, I'm taking longs. I don't want to take shorts because I know it's mooning soon. So I'm not tripping on that. Now it's just being patient, letting these bots do their algorithmic bullshit, liquidate retail traders. That's what they're doing. Sorry, guys. Be safe. The only way to stay safe is no risk, all reward. Blueprint. Think about it. This isn't financial advice. Don't buy or sell or trade based on anything you hear me say, but you can do the math. I'll share this with you guys too. The only time I've ever had a failed trade in day trading is when I had a liquidation level. No risk, all reward. Let the bots make entry levels for you, and then just they're printing money. They're literally letting me print money right now. So sorry guys. Hey, I'm telling everyone how this is. Telling what's going on. I'm not a gatekeeper. So let's grow, folks. I'm gonna always share and be completely transparent with you on how this market operates. All right. Have a wonderful day, you guys. Take care. And if you have any questions, DM me, send me a DM, and I'll give you any kind of juicy. If you want any, strategies or whatever you might want to implicate into your system, or maybe bounce some ideas off of, give me a DM. I'm more than happy to share my knowledge. Have a great day.